New at 6:30 tonight, Missouri voters voted on Amendment 2 yesterday, which means there will now be limits on how much money a Missouri political candidate can get.
ABC 17's Kirsty Crawford joins us now in studio. Kirsty, it will be harder for candidates to receive as much money as they do now.
That's right. It will be harder, but it is still possible. They will have to jump through the loopholes of the amendment. Before we get into those, let's take a look at how contributions have grown over the years. In 1994, Missouri voters approved a proposition that limited campaign contributions. In 2008, the state legislator and Governor Matt Blunt repealed it. Just looking at the governor's race numbers, the elections in 2008 still had the limits, and there were a total of about $13 million contributed. In 2012, there were no limits, and the total amount of contributions more than doubled to $27 million. This election between Greitens and Koster, the amount again doubled to $45 million, and we won't have those final numbers until December. State Senator Rob Schaaf says now that Amendment 2 passed, candidates will start dipping into their own pockets.
This will have an effect on, the power structure in the legislature by stopping the committee-to-committee transfers.
Here is a breakdown of the bigger limitations. Candidates cannot receive more than $2,600 from one person. Corporations and unions cannot contribute directly to a candidate, but they can to a party. But political parties cannot receive more than $25,000 from one person or committee. Schaaf says that's where one loophole is. A person can create several different committees.
There are certain entities that can spend money and you don't know who their donors are. And this amendment doesn't really put a stop to that.
Another loophole is national committees can register in Missouri. And Schaaf tells me we won't see much change in the next couple of elections.
Sitting legislators who have already collected up a lot of money and have it in their war chest will be at a distinct advantage over other legislators who will have to start fresh under this law.
Now, Amendment 2 only limits campaign contributions for state and judicial positions, not municipal or federal, and not political parties.
Kirsty, thanks. Critics argue campaign contributions are free speech and say Amendment 2 will force more money through organizations protected by federal law and who are not required to disclose where those dollars come.